We have our next speaker coming up. We have our next speaker coming up. Shermon Burgess, the great Aussie Patriot.
Just before I start speaking, there's two things I need. Air regard for these pieces of shit, and maybe some soap so they can have a wash. Shame it's not raining. Now, I look at our Anzacs and I think they fought and they died. They sat in muddy trenches for sometimes weeks on end, where they'd pull the boots off their feet and they'd have rotting flesh coming off their feet. They suffered so much so that we can have what we have today. And these people have no idea. They think Islam is a race. Really? So if I go around mocking Christianity, am I going to be called a racist? Nah, but to suit their argument, we'll just say it's a race, you know. Now, a word to these traitors behind me. Not the police, you guys are alright, I'm not talking about you. But the government. It is a joke what is going on. I didn't vote this idiot turncoat in. He didn't get my vote. Did I get a say? No. Did I get a say in 12,000 refugees coming here? No. ISIS fighters have been smuggled into the refugees. An ISIS smuggler who has been smuggling them in admitted this. He said, I have smuggled fighters posing as refugees with fake identification papers going to France, Greece, England and Australia. Now, what I'm wondering is when they do a terrorist attack and kill a heap of Australians, including men and women and children, at say a football grand final, maybe a New Year's celebration down at Sydney Harbour, what are they going to do? They're going to say, Islam is the victim. It's your fault for being Islamophobic. Oh my God. And then they're going to put a hashtag, we will ride with the terrorists. Because these people may not be terrorists with guns and bombs, but they are social terrorists. They want the complete downfall of the system and the complete downfall of the Australian way of life. Now, I have a problem with no one, no matter what your skin colour is, all right? I have no problem with no one. If you come into Australia and you love this country and you stand up for this country and all the pride is in your heart and the love you have for this, the love you have for your children, you will fight. You will stand up and fight. And the reason these idiots counter-rally us is because they know we're going to keep growing. They know we have a platform now. And they know if they don't stop us, once nationalism grows, it's fucking unstoppable. And on the day when we get people within positions of power within this government, which we will, because the Australian people are becoming fed up. I know for one, I'm voting One Nation on election day. Liberal and Labor are nothing but treasonous maggots. I'd call them dogs, but dogs are loyal.
They fucking told you!
Now, why won't I vote Liberal in? Simple fact. They sell all the agricultural farmland off to Chinese investors. All our manufacturing moves overseas. Aussie jobs are cut, so jobs can be given overseas with Australian companies. Tell me that's right. And Labor opens up the floodgate to Islam. Right? Open border policy. Remember when Julia Gillard was in? 17 boats arrived in 1 week. 1 week. Right? The detention centres were that full, they housed them in 5-star motels in Sydney at the taxpayers' expense. Tell me, did you vote for that?
The homeless veterans.
Yeah, what about the homeless veterans? We're so busy trying to help refugees. We've got homeless kids on the streets, homeless veterans that serve this nation.
Pensioners.
Right? We're not helping them. We're not helping our pensioners. Have you seen what age pensioners get? Try living off that. Try living off that. Now, I'd like to say something to the police. I read a book written by a police officer from Sydney named Tim Priest. That book is called To Protect and to Serve. He was a police officer for 18 years in Sydney. He could not handle corruption within the police force and he decided to be a whistleblower. He was scolded by his co-workers, the ones that were corrupt, and he had to go into hiding for a while. But he couldn't handle seeing the crime from the Middle Eastern Islamic gangs in Western Sydney and the police turning a blind eye to it or accepting payments not to persecute these people and put them where they belong, behind bars, or even just deport them.
Disgraceful.
All right? Now, what I don't get, if you come here as a refugee, once you get citizenship, you get commission housing and you get immediate welfare. Yeah. Right? Meanwhile, we got single Aussie fathers and single Aussie mothers on a 10-year waiting list for a commission house. And these people are born here and they pay tax here. Are you pissed off yet? Because I know I am.
And their grandfathers fucking pay tax.
It's a joke. It is an absolute pathetic joke. And the only solution is if we rise up as patriots and we have our say. We get out on the streets. We all sit together. We all talk together and we all vote together from now on. Liberal and Labor will not get my vote. These people are traitors to this nation and I will never ever vote for them ever again. Pauline Hanson warned us back in 1997 about the problem that's happening now. Remember when everyone laughed at her and said, that's never going to happen? What happened? Everything she said come true, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right? So now, are we going to listen? Are we going to vote for a pro-patriotic political party that's for the people? We'll stand for the people. We'll stand for our farmers. We'll stand for our working rights. We'll stand for our people. Close our borders. We do not want to see happen here what happened in Paris or the beheading of Lee Rigby in London, the London bombings, the Glasgow airport bombings, the Bali bombings, the Lynn Cafe siege, the Parramatta shooting, or any of that shit anymore. Aussie pride! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! I love you all. Thank you.
Love Sherman, the great Aussie patriot, and he is a great patriot. This is a great day. We do.
Tune in tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Bye for now.